You came one more day, you could be dead.
Because I had nothing, absolutely nothing at that point. And I sat there with my son and realized what I'm supposed to do.
My name is Keith Wagner, and I grew up in the Maritime Provinces. We moved to Bradford in 1974, and Bradford has always felt like home. So I was almost 30 years old when I came to Bradford, and for a lot of East Coasters, the East Coast is always home. But I always felt right at home in Bradford, as if it was exactly where I was supposed to be. And I didn't realize that the Lord had a ministry for me right here in Bradford. So I first met Ryan. I used to go to for my quiet time with the Lord, I'd go out to the Walmart parking lot, and in the southwest corner, I just parked there and have some private time, quiet time with the Lord. But I used to see these two guys, maybe not on a daily basis, but quite often I'd see these two guys walking across the parking lot. But one time, I guess Ryan was wondering, what's this guy in the green SUV doing out here? And apparently he thought I was an Uber driver waiting for my next fare. So he walked over and asked if I could give him a ride across the road he'd give me $5. So I said, sure, I'll take you across the road. And so I picked them up and took them over to where they lived. And apparently I think he said I didn't take the $5, I don't remember. Somehow the relationship developed a bit. They were moving shortly after that, and so I helped them a bit to get into their new apartment, down here in Bradford. So somehow he ended up actually homeless. There's a place in Barrie called Tent City, around Dunlop and Ann Street there. And so there's different people, people have their tents set up, so there's homelessness, and I guess it's the drug scene is there as well. So sometimes I'd go up to visit Ryan, drive up and bring some canned goods or something like that. One day, that would just be last summer, the pastor of the church I go to lives in Innisfil, and there's a fellow by the name of Robert, a tall Jamaican guy that hangs out at the hub quite a bit, I think. And so he was going to, he wanted Robert to look at his driveway because he had to do he wanted to do some stonework. So he asked me to bring Robert up to Innisfil. So at the end of the visit to Innisfil, I was only a short distance from Barrie, so I just asked Robert if he had to be back in Bradford for anything, and he said no. So we both went up to Tent City in Innisfil and got to Ryan's tent. But it's a place for homeless people, and for whatever reason they don't have a place of their own, and usually I think many of them are on drugs, and so that seems to be their life, that they just segregate themselves from society. But I was very surprised when Robert and I got there. He could hardly walk. He could hardly get out of the tent. Robert was under one arm, I was under the other arm. We took him to Royal Victoria Hospital, took him to emerge. And apparently they told him, he said they told him that you came one more day, you could be dead. So so by God's grace, we got there, we got there just in time.
Chopped down all the forest, axe in hand, sawed, Bit of weed here, bit of weed there, get a couple crackheads working, and then I made a platform of many far away. And then I started with a small tent that we lived there, and then I got more and more and more, and I built my own little city. Doorbell on my fucking tree. You know what I'm saying? The police had to ring the fucking doorbell. They'll come down and just bust people. Hey Brian, what you doing? I don't know. Look back. Who's here? Nothing. Look, there's fucking 10 people back there with fucking crack pipes. Look back. I guess nobody now. They fucking just dipped. Right? Police come there all the time. But they have to ring the fucking doorbell. Very simple. Now you're breaking and entering. The firemen ring the doorbell. Our electricity came from a power station to charge your phones. I'm talking about sitting there having a party, one phone after another, charging. Charging station that was magically cut from somebody. Very cold every single night. At this point, burning about $25 in candles a night through warmth, yeah. And also it was very dangerous because you could successfully light yourself on fire. That happened to another individual in the bush, and I watched him burn alive. Was sitting in his tent. He was an alcoholic, and he had candles in his tent. He let us sit on fire, and we stood there, and we couldn't get him out. It was too late. It was one of my great friends. His father perished in front of him over a candle and living this life. Going into the night process of living like this, and you're actually alone, sleep with your eyes open type thing. You don't think you get much sleep during the night at all, because there's always someone saying, hey, are you there? There was one night I woke up with 2 girls robbing me in my fucking sleep. One under my bed and one going through my stuff at my feet. It was actually pretty fucking scary until I walked out of the tent and I said, please leave. There's nothing in there. Take the motherfucking pizza. The day I was sick is when God, I don't believe in God, and just recently has touched me. And you might sound as weird to whoever is actually listening. There is something up there, because I was almost found 3/4 dead out of starvation, dehydration, me lying to those bums about my pride, I'm okay, until one day my great friend, his name is Keith Wagner, he came to me because someone stole my phone on my birthday, randomly washing my hands. I lost all contacts with the world, all my friends, and it even got worse. I just was sick. I couldn't move. He showed up one day with a fellow named Robert. Nice gentleman. Didn't know me at all. And there was this noise. And it was saying, Ryan, where are you? And it was like God, this hand came over top of me. They picked me up and brought me to the hospital. And if they didn't bring me to the hospital, the doctor told them I would be dead in 3 hours. I wouldn't have made it the night. I went to an intensive care type thing that took me like 3 days, and I still did not call my family. But then my gentleman, my pastor, Keith, arranged for me to go live in a church. And I had one choice, to leave everything I built behind, which is wherever I got it, to change my life. This is the chances people don't get. You either take it or you don't. I grasped the opportunity, and I went to go live in a church called the Lighthouse, Bradford, Ontario. Pastor Tundi, he took me in, he helped me, and he started my path to where I am now. I ran into a girl named Jody from Wild Living, and she stepped up, and she changed my life. She's the one that gave me confidence. She's the one that's still seeing that I have something left. She's the one that gave me the keys to my house where I'm living. She is the one that has acted like somewhat of a mother to me. I don't know. God. Them three put together with Jacqueline, Gail, have really helped me. And I now am back on the way to being successful, getting my family back, and I don't have to lie about anything anymore because it's open.